Okay, YouTube, it's Wow Sly. Gonna do an emptying out of the bug out bags today video. Uploaded, I think, yesterday a video of the bags themselves. The waste bag, day bag, the main bag of all the kit and shelter and then food, and then the radio bag, which I actually use for my work bag, and there's some bits and pieces that generally go in there. My throat spray from the week of being ill, my ID, wallet, me EDC, torch, glasses, watch, waterproofs normally go in this bag, but when it's not my work bag, that's my radio bag, the third part of the bug out system. So tonight's video, we're going to go through the bags because I want to change the configuration. I want to see if I can integrate the waste bag, strap it permanently to the bottom of this bag, so it's then one big bag. I should still have the movement, should still be able to retain the movement with it articulating at the waist. But anyway, I'm going to play around the configuration tonight after this video. So we'll slide this one out of the way first. And I do get a lot of people ask what's in the bags, and I do try and tell people refer back to the videos of me overnight or out on a Sunday DX, and you can see that the bag's been used because unlike some, these aren't for show, they get used on a regular basis. They should have been used this weekend, but I've come down with a flu and I'm not going anywhere. So I'm stuck indoors, dying of man flu, which gives me a great opportunity to do this video that I've been wanting to do for some time. So on the top of the waste bag, I'll get straight in it now, is my ground sheet. Really, it's just a black nylon waterproof hard wearing sheet, which is big enough for me to sleep on ample space for the day if I'm out for the radios, or I want to stop on wet ground and just have a little sit down and a coffee. There we go. Not too sure the sizes, but it's definitely big enough, so we'll just put that aside down there. Right, then next up in here, I've got my NI gloves covered in chalk from where I used them last, moving some big chalk rocks. I've got a handful of stuff that I carry on my persons when I'm out. Handy knife, whistle, thermometer, compass, a little torch, and the fire strike. That generally just hangs off me when I'm out on an overnight. I've got some really compact, powerful binoculars. Not in the original case because that was crap. They're made by Canon. Trying to see a model number if anyone's interested. Nope, just 8x22 with a 6.4 degree lens on them. Cracking pair, I've had those for decades. Oh, there's a model number. No, it's not. Right, my long spoon, because this is sort of my day bag. I'm going out for the day, a few hours somewhere. Powdered milk, sugar and coffee. There is about a week's worth here, so I do have to downgrade these containers because they do take up a lot of room. But on the other hand, it's nice to know I can drink as much coffee as possible. Well, not possible, but as I want. I'm never going to run out, but again, I have to downgrade that. For about a year, I've been carrying those tubs. And there's enough there for about 3 people constantly for 3 days. Right, so that's that part empty. The front pocket, pouch, is a jumbo size of wipes. Should get a smaller packet, but where I use the bag a lot, I'd have to be buying a small packet every week. So I've got non-fragrant wipes, which are good for like cleaning out your cup and stuff. You don't really want fragrant because these are funny taste. My neck scarf, which doubles up as a hat, that's great to keep your neck warm, your head warm. Or if I'm on the bike, keep the cold air from going in. So just fleece, elasticated cord to pull around for the top, same as with a hat. Very warm, yeah, fantastic bit of kit that. And then the spikes, if it's snowy or muddy, for my shoes, just velcro them onto my boots or trainers, whatever I'm wearing. The good thing is they're universal. And this side, got stuffed in there a waterproof jacket and trousers. If I get them out, they'll just expand, same as this. On that side, high vis vest You all know what they look like. It's just a water bottle and a cup. We all know what they look like. There's the cup, that's the one I use on the fires. It's burnt to a crisp black. On the left hand side of my belt bag, so it's sort of close by if I do need it, first aid. And as soon as I open it, there should be a handful of gloves. I know, I did pull it all out the other day, changed it. The gloves used to be at the top. A couple of full blankets in there too, multi-purpose. So I've got to pull the gloves back up to the top because I used to have the gloves at the top. And then the utility pouch on the left hand side is the work gloves in there. Just builders merchant jobs, nothing special, couple of quid a piece, hard wearing. Little Hesbit stove. Little homemade pop can stove. I won't say beer can stove because I think it is a pop can. 16 holes, and that runs off methylated spirits. Always carry 3 bottles. It was due to be filled up today, this morning for going away for the weekend, so the food's not in here. The water bottles are mostly empty, some are full, and of course that's empty. But with not going out this weekend, I didn't fill it all up. Some tampons there, and the hobo stove. I won't get that out because, as I said, the gear's used. I've got a couple of pegs in here to put the pop can stove in to act as a windshield. So it can be used as a windshield for the hobo stove, for the pop can stove. That just sits in there. Nice stable surface to put a pan, mess tin or cup, and a little plate at the bottom. I can stand it on if I'm using sticks to get the air coming up for the holes at the bottom, which a lot of people forget about and they put them on a flat surface. Right, so there's the bottom part. I'll just pause this quickly while I just scoop all this onto the floor. There we go, all dumped on the floor. Also gave me an opportunity to blow my nose because I'm full of a stinking cold. Now the main part of the bug out bag. Just a cheap tactical assault bag covered in molly. Couple of carabiners on the shoulder straps just to put on like any other bag. All this sort of stuff can be dropped on here, torches and so on for easy access if walking. Couple of maps in here, local area. Knee pad, single knee pad. Only need the one, so there's no point carrying 2. Predominant knee is my right one for kneeling down. The other one is actually out in the garden on the table, and it's in worse state than the gloves, so that's not any else. I've got these glow stick pens, couple of quid each, fantastic. This one's been modified for reading or looking in the dark so the light won't come back on you. Can be hung up in your shelter, hung up by a tree, and they've got little torches on them as well. I carry spare batteries for these, so I've got one blue, one red. Great, it just saves you buying glow sticks all the time. I just buy a packet of the batteries and carry a few at a time as spare. In this pouch here, I've got 2 75C aluminium bottles, just water bottles, nothing special. This is, I think it was German Army pouch, ammunition. Not sure where they came from. They were donated to me by Jester Bushcraft. Mick, thank you very much. They're in there, and then I've got the side pouches, like a mini Bergen really. Instead of the big 30-litre pouches on a Bergen, I've got little mini webbing stroke molly utility pouches. Again, I don't like big bags. You can't run with them, you can't defend yourself, you'll get snagged up going through woodlands. You know, you're more likely to fall over carrying a big pack and do some damage. With the 2 bags I've got, I can still move around and stabilise myself. Right, these aren't fitted on there permanently. That's why I'm doing a change around tonight, so they can come off quick and easy, which I like them to come off quick and easy anyway. And I'll be messing around with them if I do want to take them off. Right, This one's basically the one that gets thrown in the shelter, and this one is basically the one that will be left outside the shelter. Again, if I need some tools for my bike, I can dump my bags off the side of the road or in the trees, and then just work on my bike without having to worry too much, or radios or whatever, without digging in the bag for tools. So I've got my tool pouch on the side. There's one pouch and there's a bag. This just consists of cordage. This is my cordage bag. There's a couple of steel hooks in here, paracord, adjustable straps, some nylon rope, extra shoelaces, loads of adjustable cordage. Won't get it all out, but we know it's in there. Oh, and some cable ties. So yeah, if we ever need to tie anything up, strap it down. That's that bag. The tool bag. Could be a lighter version, I suppose. But we've got biro, blue Sharpie, black Sharpie, just for just doing two different messages, or two people might need them, and then you can work out who's done the writing with the colours, or so on. Or secret code if you've got someone following you, like someone that left later on, and you say meet me at the a certain area, and they're not sure the way. You can write both directions and tell them to follow the directions in blue or black. I refer to these as medical scissors, very sharp. A small Phillips and a small flathead. Probably don't need to carry those. A lock-in Stanley knife. Very, very safe for the belt clip. Fantastic little knife, must have. Adjustable spanner. That's where it gets heavy. Don't need these heavy tools. But again, I have a bike and a trailer as part of the bug out gear I've got, and I'd be crazy not to have something so heavy with me. Another multi-tool, multi-purpose, says it all. No, not a brand name one, but I've had this several years. Works fine. Any important Allen keys and screwdrivers. So these are slightly bigger than those ones. A couple of Allen keys on there, and the same on that side. Right, that's the tools. And the cordage. Torches. That pouch is now empty. Won't go into details about these, but you'll know what they are. Molly compatible, webbing compatible. You can attach them to a yoke, whatever. Right, this one basically sits in the shelter. Some deodorant, a couple of 9-hour candles. I used to carry 4, but I just don't need them really. My headlight with zoom, fantastic. Carries it takes 3 AAAs. I'm after one that takes 1 AAA or 2. I don't like the 3. Obviously, when you buy batteries, there are multiples of 4. Little sewing kit which I've used to repair the bag. There we go, stitched that on there. Insect spray, insect wipes, some ear defenders, and some batteries in there for the glow sticks. A little digital compass with backlight. Couple of spare AAA batteries for various lights and torches. That takes 3, the same as that, but I've got 4 other lights. I've got 1 here, 1 on the bike, 2 on the trailer. They all take AA's, so I don't really need to take spare batteries. All the lights and torches I have all run off AAA batteries, so if my headlight goes dead, I can just swap them for the ones on my bike trailer. I don't need to carry the extra batteries. Slug pellets, these are fantastic. I learnt the hard way once about slugs invading the camp at silly o'clock in the morning. So I now carry slug pellets. Right, just flashed up memory low, so we'll come back to you in a second and finish this bit. Right, that's been that. Just deleted a few files. I've only got a small memory card on my phone, and it's full of DVDs, music, and videos I upload to YouTube and never get around to deleting. At the bottom of my walking stick, my walking pole, which is actually in the trailer. Don't need this, but I thought it'd be best to keep it safe. And this is my homemade water purifier filter system. It's featured on another video. It's just basically a bottle cut in half, turned around and dropped back in. 4 holes at the bottom, 1 would have been better, but 4's a bit faster flow. With some paper coffee filters. These normally go in a machine, but there's 4 in there. I've got like a box of 100 for about £5. Put 1 in the top, open it up. You pour in your water from a puddle, from a stream, from the canal, and all the dirt, mud, sand, bugs, grass gets caught in the filter. Ideally I set it in a mist tin, so if I run out of water I can just scoop it up from anywhere, pour it in here, and it dribbles out straight into the mist tin. When it's empty, I remove that and just give a rolling ball for the water that's in the mist tin. Very lightweight, very strong, bit big, but again I can fill it with stuff, so it's it doesn't take up that much room. And that's that one pretty much empty. Well, that one is empty. So that's all out of one pouch. That's the other pouch. And now we'll move into the front pocket at the top. I've got my cap, seen better days. It's probably got as much of my DNA on this as I have on my body. All the sweat and hair I've lost on this. So yeah, the cap's the important one to keep the sun off your face. I've got a thermal double fleece hat, which is great for sleeping. If you want to lay in the morning, I just pull this down over my eyes and go back to sleep. It does come down probably pretty much to, I think, my lips. Nose is about there, so I can get some really good shut eye with that and keep my head warm, obviously. Don't lose too much heat. I've used it once or twice to grab sort of the cup off the hobo stove. If it's too hot, didn't like it. I've got a few little melt marks there from the handles. Right, so that's that one empty. This is where the food normally goes in this pouch. But as I said, I took it all out the other day because I was going to take different items to normally. I haven't put them in there yet. I was going to put them in this morning when I left, but cancelled the trip. Toilet roll in a plastic bag to keep it dry. And this is the mess tin I use for cooking on a fire or the hobo stove. This is so much easier to get out with the bag laying down. Bag stand up. I've normally got Mars bars in here, noodles, some porridge. Obviously a sponge for cleaning it. Knife, fork and spoon. Little utility pouch, a knife came in, I've just kept it because it's handy. But yeah, that's burnt black like my cup, but they're the ones I use on fires. So that's that. Handy little pockets and sleeves here, which I don't actually keep anything, I used to. Right, now the middle section is just the tarp. It's got these big reinforced corners. That's new because I lost my last two. 8 feet by 14 feet. So it's a nice lean-to with like the back, the roof, and then another little drop to keep the heat in. You can do a nice pyramid of that. Very big. Not getting it out. That's that whole compartment there. Just so when I need to set the shelter up, I'll just pull it out. I don't have to dig for it. And again, the cordage bag's on the side, so I'll just flip open the side pouch, grab the cordage, grab the tarp. I used to have them in the same pouch, but the cordage bag's so big now it doesn't fit in there with it. I'll just keep adding to cordage. Right, now the main part. Make sure all the compression straps are open. Lay it down for this one. Nothing special in here, as I said before. It's not all high-tech, expensive gear. But it's all gear that I need. It's not stuff that I've bought on recommendations or I've gone out and bought the latest, best, because it's been advertised as life-saving and you must have it. This is stuff that I use that works for me because it's stuff I need. I wouldn't carry it if I didn't need it. My knife, I've had this about 16, 17 years. Cracking knife. Probably needs a sharpen now. Hasn't been done for about a year. Does what I need it to do. Very big, very heavy. Got a good knife. A jumper. There's normally a fleece in here, but I normally wear the fleece. So the jumper's in there. Normally with the fleece, but well, it's been so cold recently, I normally just take the fleece out and wear it. There's a bivvy bag in there. I'm not going to get it out because it's a pig to put back in, but it's a silver foiled lined bivy bag, water resistant at the front up to your boots, and water resistant on the ground with a pull cord. I think that's a German army one, or Czech army, can't remember. Crusader cup set. The cup, I kept it clean because it was a gift, so I don't use it on the fire. I don't want to get it black, although it's black anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's my 4th water bottle. If I'm going camping, I've got like a 10 litre bottle, but this is just over a litre. The other one's just under a litre, and then I've got, I think, just a litre and a half for the other 2 bottles. So 3.5 litres. It's not a lot, but it's enough. With that, obviously, wherever I'm, I can find water generally. That's actually full. And a baking tray. I use this because it can be used as a platform over the fire pit, over the hobo stove, or I can actually put my mess stove on it. Quite often I'm on hilltops and fields and there's nowhere stable to put my hobo stove or my pop can stove. So wherever that goes, it's pretty much stable. It's less likely to move because it's a bigger surface area. So that's a great base, but it's fantastic for obviously water shelter over the fire. I can fan the flames with it. It's multi-purpose. Baking tray is a great thing to carry. You can argue that fact, but I use it a lot, and for the size of it, the weight and the cost, it's a very handy bit of kit. Folding saw needs a bloody clean. It's covered in sap from the pine trees I cut down a while ago. All the bastards. Only a cheap one, £6. Rubber grip, a couple of metres of paracord on there. Well, a couple of metres on my knife and a couple of metres on the EDC. The knife locks into position. If you're in the UK, you've seen these before from Wilkinson's. There's some good reviews on this, there's some good reviews on it. The kit's only as good as the person that uses it. If I go too rough with it, it probably will break. But if you hold it nicely and let the saw do the cutting, I've had no problems with it bending, choking up on me or trying to snap. So that works fine too. And that's it. Apart from the 2 bottles in there, the light, it's just on there with a belt clip, as we know, these cheap lights. That's basically my 72-hour bug out bag in this video, obviously minus the food. Like I said, normally got noodles, Mars bars, porridge in there. Nothing fantastic, you know, I don't need this big massive survival gear. But I took it all out to add it all in this morning. Got some bacon, got some rolls to take up there because Charlie Tango X-Ray 965 was going to meet me, so I was going to knock up a few bacon sandwiches today. But the bacon, I think I'll have that tomorrow instead. But yeah, that's it really. I do get a lot of questions, you know, if people ask me what's in the bag. It's all random stuff really. It's not named stuff that you can buy in a shop. Some of it's homemade. But that's, you know, it was free. It does a job. And these are only not even a couple of pence each. Not even a penny each, I think. Whatever they work out, that, you know, it's next to nothing gear. Never going out without slug pellets again. And of course wipes. They don't always work, but they're better than not having any. But that should do me. I've got the shelter, I've got fire, food, water, and of course the radio bag with the radios aren't in there. They're in the shack on the shelf. I've literally just got to pick them up and chuck them in the bag, but I just use that for work because it's handy on the bike and to keep my work gear in. Right, any questions, please ask. That's about all there is really to it. Anything that I've not mentioned on here is obviously the fleece, the waterproof regatta jacket. I carry the lightweight one in there. The boots, I normally wear the boots. Never liked Dunlop when I was a kid, but these pair of Dunlops I've had for a few years. They're super strong. They don't melt. They're waterproof, chemical resistant. Yeah, cracking pair of boots then, for what they are really. Also use them for work because of the chemicals and slippery surfaces. So there we go. that's it. Any comments? Go for it. Feel free to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, check out my other videos where you can see me doing overnighters or out with the radios for some DX and see most of this kit being used. I don't think there's anything missing from it. Oh, I've got a folding shovel. The folding shovel's out in the garden, in the garage, because it's dirty and I'm not dragging it in the house. And of course, if I'm wild camping, I do have a separate sleep system that's outside as well. But this is the bug out bag, not the wild camp bag.